1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, I'm live. Buenos días. Bienvenidos, mi gente. Gracias. Our Universalist heritage proposed that each person is made of divine goodness, and science offers that we just might be stardust. Whatever your beliefs, know that you are a gift and you are inherently worthy of love. And love is the spirit of all souls. In this moment of your shared journey, may you feel witnessed and honored wherever you are on that journey. I invite you now to please rise, embody your spirit, and greet each other with your name and your pronouns. Folks in the chat, please greet each other. And we will come back to hymn number 361, Enter, Rejoice, and Come In.
Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Oh, good morning. Bienvenidos. Welcome to all who are here in this moment, and for those who will be catching us later on or even today through our terrific video system. I'm Nancy Olson. I'm the Director of Congregational Life Faith Formation. My pronouns are she, Asia. And also with me is our Reverend Katie Romano Griffin. Pronouns she, Asia. Reverend Dorian Condre. Pronouns he, him. Director of Membership and Communications. And our music director, Gabe Perbieri. Somewhere he, him. And Liz Elsmore, she, her. We are your worship team on this chancel today. People of all ages are joyfully welcomed in the service, but we do have staff in the nursery if that option works best for you. I do invite everyone to fill out one of these connection cards. We love these. They help us stay in touch with who you are, what's going on, if you have a change in address, or have something you'd like for us to know, something you'd like Reverend Katie to know, although she won't know it for 3 months. But she will want to know it in 3 months. Anyway, and if you would just put it in the offering basket when you're finished, that'd be great. Thank you and welcome again.
You are invited to give blood today. There's a blood mobile in the parking lot. I know some of you have signed up. If you haven't, I'm sure they will find room for you. We have chronic blood shortages. And instead of just having cookies and juice in the blood mobile, you can come on in. There's 3 kinds of Jane Alexander cakes and a whole buffet. I mean, you're set. Next Sunday, Rev Dorian and the membership team are starting Point. So if you're new to Unitarian Universalism, if you're new to All Souls, if you'd like to learn more about All Souls and Unitarian Universalism, please see Rev Dorian and learn more about Starting Point. You may notice that Ellie and Annie Rayhill might be walking around with a camera today. They are taking photos for our gorgeous new website. It is, oh my gosh, several of us on staff saw the draft of it this week, and it is so easy to navigate. It is so clear, so visually attractive, and now we're gonna spice it up with some photos of yours truly. So all of you here. So please know that Annie and Ellie are hard at work today. If you see them popping up, that's what they are up to. And Cece, as always, is always getting us good stuff for social media, so thank you. And as I've alluded to several times, there's a party today. So please stay and eat. As we continue our time together, let us acknowledge the land itself and those who've sustained it throughout the generations. We are upon the unceded land of the Lenape, Miamia, Kaskaskia, Shawnee, and Kickapoo people who were pushed from their land and whose children have been stolen for generations. As we strive to be a community of justice, May we continue to find ways to make real reparations. Thank you.
Reverend Kim Mason was inspired and wrote these opening words on the theme of transformation. Once upon a time, chemists believed they could transform lead into gold or death into life. We laugh, but are we not also in the business of alchemy? Turning loneliness into connection, pain into comfort, anger into solidarity, faith into action. The subtle magic of church combines love with justice, creates hope out of fear, transforms individuals into community. Here we engage in a holy alchemy, finding beauty in the ordinary and life in the present. Come, let us be transformed together.
Colin and Arthur are going to light our chalice, and Yuko's going to be the adult supervisor of the flames. You know, over 100 years ago, our founders chose this covenant to reflect the promises and values that they wanted to honor and share with the wider community. And this covenant continues to hold us through these decades. And this ritual of lighting our chalice, it reminds us to continually renew our promise to live into this covenant, to put love into action, and to live out this community of love and justice that we surely aim to be. If you would please rise in body or spirit as we read the words that are printed in your order of celebration. They are in both Spanish and English. If you're with us online, we always like to know where you are lighting the chalice from. And we will say the words in Spanish first. El amor es el espíritu de esta iglesia, y el servicio es su ley, vivir juntos en paz, buscar la verdad en el amor, y ayudarnos unos a otros. Este es nuestro pacto. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. This is our covenant. Thank you.
Let us center ourselves. Let us take a few moments to breathe. Perhaps a breath to let go of what came before this moment. Another to release what comes next. And one to be present to the matters of our hearts as we hold the joys and sorrows within our own hearts, this community, and the larger world. We invite you today to remember climate activist Donald Cepeda and Jackson Green serving 2-year sentences in federal prison for their public witness and peaceful resistance to the dangers of climate change. Also, please keep climate activist Tim Martin in your hearts. He's being remanded to jail in Washington, D.C. while awaiting sentence. He's been remanded and is awaiting sentencing in August for federal nonviolent direct actions. And may we also hold the ways in which democracy seems to be slipping farther and farther into the world of dreams. As we remember, our dreams are powerful, and together we can make them real. Let us also hold in this moment an incredible joy. A healthy Finn Lee Handler Francis joined the world on May 30th to the immense joy of his grandparents, Dennis and Crystal Francis. Let us hold a moment of silence together, acknowledging the joys and the sorrows that remain in this space and online. Thank you. You may remain seated for our next hymn, number 76 in your gray hymnals, For Flowers That Bloom About Our Feet. It's one. That's okay.
For flowers that bloom about our feet, for tender grass so fresh and sweet, for song of bird and hum of bee, for all things fair we hear or see. Giver of all, we thank thee. For blue stream and blue sky, for pleasant shade of branches high, for fragrant air and cooling breeze, for beauty of the blooming trees. Giver of all, we thank thee. For this new morning with its light, for rest and shelter of the night, for health and food, for love and friends, for everything thy goodness sends. Giver of all, we thank thee.
As we gather this morning, we get to honor the newest members to join this congregation of the course of its 124 years of history. We gather as an expression of our mutual quest toward personal and religious fulfillment. We gather secure in the knowledge that the truths we seek are not constrained by doctrine or creed. That means we don't all have to agree on anything, and we don't have to memorize anything. We don't have a single proclamation of faith. We recognize that each person is here for reasons known only to their individual heart, and yet we gather in common community to effect and sustain an atmosphere of mutual support. We do not ask that you believe unquestioningly that which is espoused by another's conscious convictions. We only ask that you follow faithfully that which your conscience dictates, mindful that in your searching you will encounter other truths, other convictions, other faiths. Here you will be embraced as a member of a common family of seekers, all those past and present who've dedicated themselves to nurturing action and compassion, sympathetic to a common vision that no one person is an island unto themselves, but that we are all members of a larger family of life. If you have not yet signed the book, do we have the book with us today? You can see Reverend
Yes.
Dorian after service, and you too can become a new member.
As Communications and Membership Coordinator, it is my pleasure to introduce our new members. New members, as I call your name, I invite you to step up to the chancel so that we may covenant together. Since our last new member recognition, 2 new members have signed the book. Today, we are honoring Jared Loper and Mary Chappell. And we'll also be honoring Keith, Katie, Wanja, and Nathan, who were unable to attend the last new member recognition. So I invite all of you to come forward.
Yay. Thank you. Oh, come on up first. It's fine. Yeah. I just get so excited about the giving. Hello. Good to see you. Thank you. Would you like to hand these out? Thank you. If you would, please. Thank you.
New members, please repeat after me this new member affirmation. As new members, we accept the responsibilities and freedoms associated with membership in a Unitarian Universalist congregation. To pledge to support this religious community with our time, gifts, and substance. And to join the members of All Souls, a common quest for religious and spiritual understanding, and for the common purpose of leading reverent and compassionate lives.
Yay! Thank you. Will the congregation please rise in body or spirit and share the congregational affirmation that is printed in your order of celebration? We bid you welcome as you come with anticipation and joy. We hope that you will find here room to grow and flourish in mind, body, and spirit. We accept you into our community as companions on the spiritual journey. We pledge to rejoice with you in times of happiness, to grieve with you in times of sorrow, and to share with you all the blessings of our free faith. As you cross the spiritual threshold into the deeper life of our congregation and journey together, let these words from our Unitarian forebearer, Theodore Parker, serve as your guidepost, and we may read these in unison. Be ours a religion which, like sunshine, goes everywhere. Its temple, all space. Its shrine, the good heart. Its creed, all truth. Its ritual, works of love. Its profession of faith, divine living. Woohoo! Let's hear it. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome officially.
Let's stand up, embody your spirit, and sing together, Draw the Circle. You have the lyrics in your order of celebration. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide. No one stands alone, we stand side by side. Draw the circle wide. One more time this beginning. Draw the circle wide.
Draw the circle wide. No one stands alone, we'll stand side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide. No one stands alone, we'll stand side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide.
Thank you. The Flower Communion is a uniquely Unitarian Universalist celebration created by Czech Unitarian ministers Dr. Norbert and Maha Čapek, who founded the modern Unitarian movement in the Czech Republic. They introduced this special service to that church on June 4th, 1923.
Dr. Čapek was born on June 3, 1870, in what was then Czechoslovakia. He became a reporter during the First World War. He then came to the U.S., where he served in the Army intelligence during the war.
Norbert met and married Maha in New York, and they became Unitarians. They returned to Prague in 1921 and founded the Unitarian Church with the help of the American Unitarian Association, and Maha was ordained in 1926.
The Prague church services consisted of lectures and some music. The Čapeks felt the lectures alone were dry and boring. They saw the need for some symbolic ritual that would bring people closer together as a religious community, and there was suppression around communion in that time as the Nazi regime was taking over, and also things like diversity and inclusion were considered threatening, and so they created the Flower Communion as an act of beauty, faith, and resistance.
For this service, everyone was asked to bring a flower to church, and during the service, members would place their flower inside a large vase, and towards the end of the service, each person took a different flower from that vase.
When Maha came to the United States in the spring of 1940, she introduced the Flower Communion to the Unitarians at First Parish Church in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
When the Nazis took control of Prague in 1940, they found Dr. Čapek's gospel of the inherent worth and beauty of every person to be, as Nazi court records show, too dangerous to the Reich for him to be allowed to live.
In March of 1941, Chopik and his youngest daughter were arrested by the Gestapo and sent to Dresden prison. Later, he was transferred to Dachau concentration camp, where he was killed in October of 1942.
Before his death, Chopik's courage in the face of torture and starvation was a source of inspiration to his fellow prisoners. He organized the flower communion service in prison as well. And after the war, survivors testified that this Unitarian minister could not have been sent to a place where he was needed more.
Dr. Chopik's message of human hope and decency and his sacrificial commitment to justice and freedom lives on through the flower communion, and that is why we tell this story at every flower communion service, so that we may always remember. It's now time for us to share in the flower communion, and don't worry if you forgot your flower. We were prepared for this. There are extras. We ask that as you each turn to approach the communion, which Phil created this lattice work specifically for this service. Phil, how many years ago?
A
That
few.
many.
Couple
That many.
years.
So as you come forward, please choose a flower. Do so reverently with a sense of how important it is for each of us to address our world and one another with gentleness, justice, and love. As you take your chosen flower, note its particular shape and its beauty. Remember to handle it carefully. It is a gift that someone has brought for you. It represents someone's unique humanity and therefore deserves your kindest touch. So let us share in this Unitarian Universalist ritual of oneness. I offer you this prayer as we come together in a spirit of reflection. Infinite Spirit of life, we ask your blessings on these flowers, your messengers of fellowship and love. May they remind us amid diversities of knowledge and of gifts, to be one in desire and affection and devotion to our highest order of thinking or being. May we cherish friendships as one of our most precious gifts. May we realize that whatever we can do, great or small, the efforts of us all are needed to do good work in this world. May the flowers we share this day remind us that all are precious and beautiful, each in their own unique way. And together we create an amazing bouquet. May this garden flourish and may it bless the world. May all of us be guided always by the transforming power of love. May it be so. Amen and blessed be. And if you would like us to bring a flower to you, please just give us a wave.
We have a few flowers that need to be added also.
Oh, beautiful. Please come forward. Those are beautiful. And you can come around both sides. There's flowers on both sides. so beautiful. Hi, Doris. Good to see you. Wherever you like. Come on in. Don't be shy. Come on in. Yes, please take a flower. Occasionally, some of them are in bunches. I say go for it. Dive on in. Yeah. Got it? There you go. Come on in, Judy. Don't be shy. And there's more space around the side. Virginia, thank you for ensuring we had extra flowers. Oh, really? Oh, nice. That's powerful. I'm going to bring this to Liz. Thank you. Excuse me, Danny. I'm going to bring this to Liz. You have a flower behind you. I'm sorry, Celeste. After you. You're fine. You're fine. Hi, Lola. Please don't be shy. Come on in. Either here. You can take whatever you like. Absolutely. Hi, Marty. That's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's like an explosion of snow and oh yeah, look at that. Hello. Joy. We can never have enough joy. That's so pretty. either side. Gail and Reese and Asa, we're going to make sure that we have some flowers set aside for you all up in the booth. And you can always swap them out if you don't like my choices, because it's about you. It's not about what I think is for you. So I'll put these on the chancel for you. Each week, we make space in our service for a moment of generosity. It is a time to recognize what we do have and to give in a way that shares our gratitude forward. And I always say, whatever we can give is enough. And sometimes we give simply with a thought of gratitude as the baskets are passed, and other times we are able to share funds by text, by phone, by check, in cash, in gorgeous coins, which, slight aside, my husband had coins in his pocket, and someone in the store once said, "Oh, you must be really old if you're carrying coins." Who does that anymore? And then we needed them for a meter, and he was like, Your best is enough, and you are enough. Today, we are giving to support the Minister's Discretionary Fund, which really is a confidential fund that this community can access in times of need. We are here to help you as best we can when that medical diagnosis comes, the unexpected bill, when the lights are about to be shut off, when the rent needs to be paid, when an Indianapolis pothole takes out your tire, and your choice is fix the tire or eat. We are here as a community to support you. I appreciate your generosity this morning. This fund can still be accessed confidentially while I'm away. Just reach out to Reverend Christina, Pastor Christina, at sabbaticalminister@allsoulsindy.org. You are never alone. Today's offering will now be gratefully received. So beautiful. When I arrive on Sundays for service, sometimes I'm in the first person in the building, and the first thing I do, if Ron Keeper hasn't beaten me here yet, is turn on the coffee machine. And then I prep coffee so that when volunteers come in, you have coffee to start your day. And as I'm going about preparing the sanctuary and moving around the building, it's the voices of the choir gathered, sometimes in giggles, but often these gorgeous notes floating through the building when there are no other footsteps that really call me into this beautiful space. And I thank you for that gift. What are some of the highlights of our shared ministry? This is a quiz from our last 3 years, but you can only be right. Shout them out. ACLU involvement. That's a good one. Food at more functions. Hallelujah. Weddings for all. The Love Wins weddings. Whoop, whoop. Color in the sanctuary. Thank you for your help with that. Dancing. More Spanish. Thank you. Sí, español. Immersion trips. What was greeters? Yeah. New members. Yes. Mental health awareness. Yeah. New music. What was that one? Labyrinth. Yes. Mm-hmm. All the social justice things like now. Yeah. Within our walls and outside our walls. Oh, I missed a couple. New roof. Whoop, whoop. We raised the roof. Finding out a lot of stuff? Cleaning out a lot of stuff. Yes, more cleaning to do. Pantry. Mm-hmm. Wonderful staff. Hallelujah. Thank you, staff. Hell yes. Thank you, volunteers. Look, church is of the people, for the people, by the people, and none of it happens without volunteers. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Hosting the Head Start program downstairs. Yes, being partners with East Coast Migrant Head Start Project. Handrail. For Phil, we give thanks. Library upgrades, yes. Being more connected to the people in this room. That is beautiful. Rev Dorian, technology in the sanctuary, yes. Thank you, AV, tiny and mighty team. We have done a lot in the last 3 years. And this marks the end of what was an extended interim ministry period. When you called me 3 years ago, we did not plan on interim ministry, but did anyone plan on trying to figure out life and a new normal after COVID? Not so much. We did know, leadership did know to some extent, that Rev Joel wasn't able to complete some aspects of what happens during interim ministry because COVID. There are certain pieces of the interim work that can only happen when you're physically in person. But wow, did he do good ministry. He kept you all together and connected. And then we had floods, and we had fires, and we had a Swiss cheese roof. And we knew quickly that we would need a capital campaign, and we would need a lot of other pieces and parts in place as we figured out how to be together and how to regather. And we figured it out. and we're going to keep figuring it out. But we've moved really quickly over the last 3 years on a lot of things. And in September, when we mark the start of our 4th year together, and I return from sabbatical, first Sunday back in the pulpit will be our liturgical in-gathering service. We will start to figure out what our shared, settled ministry looks like. We're probably going to be talking a lot as we figure that out, because what I've learned over 3 years is that we are more successful when we talk about things. And that's really cool. And it is a gift. Sabbatical for ministers is important for a number of reasons. This stole represents the mantle of ministry. On June 4th of 2017, 3 congregations came together to ordain me in Unitarian Universalist ministry. Since then, I've served at Cedar Lane Unitarian Universalist Church in the DC metro area, and I've served the Civil Air Patrol as a military chaplain specializing in emergency services. This stole helps me remember to whom I am accountable. I'm accountable to a higher order of thinking or being. I'm accountable to my colleagues in this space. And most of all, I am accountable to the people who entrust me with this role, to you, to the 3 congregations that gave me my first stole and laid upon my shoulders the mantle of ministry, and to every Unitarian Universalist and Unitarian Universalist worldwide. And in the role of minister, we are always weighing our actions based on those responsibilities and accountabilities entrusted to us. As a people pleaser, what I have learned quickly in ministry is that the work of ministry is never done. I, in all transparency, have worked 60 to 80 hours a week in ministry and still disappointed the people over and over and over again. I am terrified about doing ministry at 40 to 45 hours a week when I come back, and doing sustainable ministry because of the weight that I feel and the responsibilities I hold. And this is the work. If I am to be the minister you believe in and you called, the greatest thing that I can do is lead you by example. To authentically mess up, make it right, and do better in accountable relationship. We need to figure out together what is the true job you need me to do, and the larger faith needs me to do, and BIPOC UUs need me to do, because I am it for fellowshipped ministers in this state that are BIPOC. So what does it mean? How do we do that sustainably? And how can I model that for you all in your lives? We're going to figure it out. But first, I need to rest. And while I can't put you all in my bags and take you to Buenos Aires, or to Scotland, or to the many journeys and the many places you've shared with me that I need to visit to strengthen my roots here in Indiana, I carry you in my heart. And I hope that in this time of rest, that you also find ways to take mini sabbaticals. Now, as a single parent, for me, sometimes that meant closing the bathroom door, even when there were little voices on the other side going, "Mommy, Mommy, Mommy." He took my whatever. Or when Spider-Man and Venom were wrestling in my living room, literally. Taking a moment to breathe, whether it is those moments to breathe or whether you engage with the summer program packet that Rev Dorian created, which will provide a suite of things for you to connect with small groups so that you may know each other more deeply this summer. Or maybe you'll come to one of the wonderful food-based events that will be happening during sabbatical to connect with people. Whatever it is, find what will take you out of your everyday so that you may rest, you may understand what it is that you are carrying, and you may determine what it means to go forward in accountable relationship. Also, please rest, drink your water, and wear a sweater, especially if you're under a heating vent. I wish I could tell them all the things, but those are some from my abuela, so I give them to you this summer. Drink your water, rest, get some fresh air. We need that vitamin D from the sunshine. I am going to miss you all tremendously. I will endeavor to once again eat a pastry in all of your names. I have every vegan bakery mapped out in every country we'll be in. Yes, I'm going to freeze some Jane Alexander cake. I actually have been saving a couple of pieces up so that when I come home, I'll have a little Jane Alexander cake. When I preached at the installation of the Reverend Susan Frederick Gray in Bloomington a few months ago, the Reverend Sarah Stewart, one of our Unitarian Universalist colleagues, was visiting from Massachusetts, and she shared some words that were from a Protestant colleague, an Episcopal colleague in her area. He gifted them to her, and the words are, "Dear God, this is your church. Take care of it. I am going home for the night." And this is a way that for Reverend Sarah, she is able to set down the mantle for a moment and remember that the ministry does not start and end with the minister. You are the ministry. This is always your church. We just get to be with you for a while and journey alongside you. So, beloveds, as I set down this stole for the summer, thank you, Jenny Umibi, for making it for me. I say to you, people of all souls, this is your church. Take care of each other like I know you can. I will miss you. I'm going on sabbatical now. Please hold this for me, because I will be back. Thank you for the gift of being your minister. Thank you for the gift of rest. I will cherish this time and lean in, and then I will come back, and together we will create something new and wonderful beyond what we can dream alone. Amen, and blessed be.
So we work, so we plan, so we build and dream in that order. We believe that one must earn the right to dream. We know our talent, our discipline, and integrity will be our contribution to a new world, a new world. Because we believe we can take this place, this time, and this people, and make a better place, a better time, and a better people. Oh, with your help, we will find a way, or make one. With your help, we will find a way, or make one. With your help, we will find a way, or make one. With your help, we will find a way, or make one. With your help, we will find a way, or make one. With your help, we will find a way, or make one. With your help, we will find a way, or make one. With your help, we will find a way, or make one. With your help, we will find a way. We believe.
We will most definitely find a way. I also realized I must explain my shirt, which says, "Sorry, I can't, I'm on sabbatical." This is about the siblinghood of the traveling sabbatical t-shirt. I am the 5th or 6th minister to wear this shirt. It was shipped to me by the Reverend Monica Dobbins, who started the trend in Salt Lake City, Utah, about 2 years ago, and since then it has made its journey to all of us who managed to be able to wear the traveling sabbatical shirt, which, like the traveling pants, has fit many of us, so that's fantastic. But this is another way in which we are held by the larger faith, even in the goofy ways in which colleagues reach out to support each other. So let us now party. Thank you.